All the others keep trying, but we are top in Africa. Thank you for keeping it here. My name is Richard Okenya, and today we cross the borders. We're over in Uganda, speaking to Thii. He's a sound engineer, he's a producer, but mostly right now he's a DJ. He'll be playing later this year in Kenya at Beneath the Baobabs over at the coastal region. So get your beach shots ready, get warmed up. Let's have a discussion with him and get to hear what you can expect from an upcoming EP and the work that he's been doing around in Africa and also even playing beyond in Europe. This is Top in Africa. Let's get to it. Okay, so we're here and it's about music. I'm with an international artist who prefers to be low-key, but today we get an insight into his work and of course the amazing things that he's about to do. So it's Thii. It's Thii. I've been joking around with the name, but we'll get to hear more about him. Let him introduce himself and then get to hear much more about what you do and there was some work that you've been up to.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, definitely. Welcome.
So happy. Not Thii, actually. You told me about this one that it needs to go. But it's Thii from Timothy.
Okay.
So I took the last one, Thii. Timothy. Yeah, so it's Thii. Yeah.
All right.
I'm a DJ from Uganda, DJ producer from Uganda. So I'm also like events organizer in Uganda still, in Kampala. More like an underground DJ and also an underground producer at the same time. So I'm happy to be in Nairobi. Nairobi is like one of my favorite cities actually. I love being in Nairobi.
Right.
So at the coast. So I'm always so happy to be here.
Right.
And it's beautiful here as well. So I feel so
at home.
At home.
I bet. Right. All right. Welcome back once more and one more to again and again to Kenya. You are based in Uganda. Yeah. But you've been to several other, places to play or to organize events. Can we maybe get an insight on some of the amazing places you've been at?
Yeah, I would say I've been more like in the underground scene in East Africa. That would be Rwanda, Uganda, and Kenya. I'm not going to Kenya, Tanzania or any other. But I think this year, kind of like wanted to step out a bit. And a bit of like collaborating with Nyege, which is like part of like I call it family. So they had like festivals in France, so really wanted to play somewhere else where meet people, get to know people who are in the underground scene. And yeah, I've been to France, I've played in France, in different cities in France, in Douarnenez and other Paris as well. And also I happen to be so lucky to play at one of the biggest festivals in Europe as well, in Hungary. It was it's called Ziget. It's such a nice festival. It has like thousands and thousands of people. And yeah, I've tried to play also on the radio stations. But now I'm starting to be like meeting people.
Okay.
And yeah, I've played here also in Kenya so many times.
Right.
With Santori and also played at the Alchemist, I played also at the Kaleidoscope. I've been going there. All the team are really good friends of mine from Kaleidoscope, and also, yeah.
Right, and we are looking forward to you playing this December, right?
Yeah, definitely, actually.
Yeah, we'll get
Beneath the Baobab.
Yeah.
I was given really. I'm so happy. I'm so lucky to have that opportunity. Like I looked at the lineup, and the lineup was so beautiful, amazing. Coco Aim, you have one of my favorite DJs as well, Authentic from Antimas. So, and I'm like, yeah.
Excited to be there as well.
Excited to be there as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, I love to meet people.
Right. You mentioned people a lot in your conversation, and I feel like the sense of community is really big in like the underground scene or when it comes to the kind of work that you do. Could you let us know about that? How important is community and how does it play in your even personal journey?
I think me personally, I feel like community is something like within the underground scene. It's like it's not commercial music, and it's like that's why when you meet people who are very talented, and community is like when I work with people from underground Kampala, we do also the room resident, and then Antimas. Whenever I work with people, it's like a community. People share music, they share ideas, they work together as a group. If I wanted to learn something from them. Then I get to know. They teach me how they do their music or how they produce. Or they make me better. It's more. I find it like when it's not commercial, it's more community because it's like it brings a lot of people all together.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Kampala, we have like so many events happening. You have different events, but then you have like the top events. Like you would say. For me, like the best would be Nyege, which is like super underground but very
big,
big, like really underground. For me, it's like that's like a community. Introduces you to different people, different gender, different people with different ideas, but still you feel like connected to them.
Right.
Yeah.
When people hear the word underground, maybe we can divert there a bit and then digress a bit, sorry, and then come back to the main story. When people hear underground, how do we connect? What do we define as underground? Is it like the genre, or is it the scene, how it's organized? What makes your scene underground?
Well, it depends. Like for me, underground is like has a unique touch. Of like let's say music. If I say it's underground, it's more like I'm gonna listen to let's say different kind of like catalog of music from if you were a DJ. But if it's commercial, it's going to be like, I'll listen to this song in this bar and I'll listen to the song again with another DJ in the same bar. But when underground is more like it's diverse, like you have people from different countries who are playing different kind of like electronic music. To me, it's actually I'm into electronic music. But it doesn't mean that underground, it means only electronic music. You have people who play like hip hop underground, but it's has a touch to that. I can't say like, I'm so underground. This is not like, I'm only underground DJ. No, I always play for people if they invite me. But it's just that the way I understand underground, it's like a community that I represent. That I kind of like, the touch I have is being like I've learned it from other people, DJs. Like I can give you a good example would be like Coco, would be like Tampire, like these are like my favorite DJs. Because, I was like watching them DJ.
Yeah.
Back then I was just a sound engineer, I used to work with like connecting speakers and just, producing music.
Right, and eventually now you're here. Most DJs go with a DJ prefix before their name, so it's like DJ Thii. Do you go also with that or just Thii?
I prefer, if I had a chance to change my name, I would love to call myself Semalier, actually. I wish I could.
What is that?
Actually, that's my mother, kind of like mother name, like from my family. So it's basically my name, my real name.
Okay.
And even Thii is, but it's more, I don't know about the DJ.
Okay.
Like hype, I feel like a DJ is like a hype person who's like, super dope, so like wow, I'm a DJ.
Yeah, I see. And you're not all into that.
I don't feel like I want to have a title as a DJ. Though so many events have done that to me.
Okay, they put DJ Thii.
Then I'm like, guys, you have to do the DJ.
Okay.
Then like, the poster is already out, we're sorry. And I'm like, okay, it's okay.
And they're like, bye DJ Thii.
Yeah, bye DJ Thii. Indeed. But
Okay, all right.
I'm a DJ, and I'm a DJ, and also a performer.
Okay.
And it's okay, when someone says I'm a DJ.
Right.
I feel, okay, I'm a DJ.
Yeah, but you're a sound engineer as well, so it's people should also respect all your other abilities and skills. Okay.
Indeed, I started out as a sound engineer. Actually, I prefer doing that for people. I prefer helping people, solving problems for them. Let's say on events, if I'm at some events, I'm down to help out. Be like, hey, I can help you connecting stuff and stuff.
Right. Okay, what is the music that you play? Let's get to hear description, maybe 30-second description. Yeah.
So I would say it's electronic music in general, and it's electronic, experimental, melodic techno. It's kind of like experimental, a lot of experimental, because it's more like I'm trying out my ideas, then I have to keep the line of electronic music, at the same time, it's melodic a bit, but it's techno, so it's melodic tech and experimental.
Okay.
In general, you would call it electronic music.
Okay. Yes. Where do we get to hear this music that you play? I know, of course, events coming through, the ones that you can follow through. Any other places we can find online?
Yeah, I'm right now currently distributing my music with East African Records. It's in Uganda. It's a record label, and I'm happy to work with them. And they distribute my music on all platforms. You can pick any Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, anything
Right.
that is online streaming is basically available. Yeah, and
Okay.
also SoundCloud, where you can get my mixes. Most of my mixes, I don't do a lot of mixes because I want to try to be in person. I like to DJ for people in person. I
Okay.
want to enjoy myself as well with you
Mm.
at the same time. So normally I release, let's say, a mix after a long period of time.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Comparing the scene in Uganda, you've played in other places in Europe, in Uganda, but because you're in Kenya, let's compare it with Kenya. The scene in Uganda versus the scene in Kenya. What's the difference at the moment, and what do you think maybe whichever side is lacking, what can they do better?
I don't think there's anything lacking, actually. I don't like the word lacking. I think right now, I would say, like, I love this year. This year has brought us so much close together to learn from each other. A good example is Coco M came to Uganda to have a workshop with different artists or producers. That was so nice, So there's nothing lacking. It's more like I like the fact that now we work together.
Right.
If I wanted to collaborate with someone here in Nairobi, I would just call and be like, hey, bro, can we meet up? Or I'm coming to Nairobi. Can we work together? You have Santori, which is like a nice underground electronic, workshop, which is really doing well. And there's nothing lacking, but I just feel like, there's change.
Right.
Of maybe the scene. When I'm in Nairobi, it's like maybe I wouldn't find, like, back then, let's say maybe 5 years ago, the underground scene was really packed,
Okay.
You had a lot of DJs playing underground stuff. I would listen to a new song, but nowadays, if I come, I think most of them have shifted maybe to more Afro-tech.
Okay.
Afro-tech is still electronic, but it's more I feel like everyone is playing Afro-tech.
It's getting a bit more mainstream.
Yeah, it's becoming mainstream. It's like the same you see Mapiano.
I see.
It has become very mainstream now, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But I think there's nothing lacking. I feel
Okay.
like we are so the same, You have so many underground Gondwana doing so many events here. I love to play for them as well. You have, Kaleidoscope, you have beneath the Baobabs. You have so many, in Kenya you have so many, events, festivals here. So we don't have so many festivals in Uganda.
Okay.
We have a lot of events. We don't have so many festivals. We have Nyege and other festivals are more mainstream, I would say.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Something I note there is maybe we should then have more of those mini events that will build up then to the main festival as well. Yeah. I love the collaboration also between Kenya and Uganda, and it's what's making it easy for us to also have this kind of interview, right?
The coolest thing is a good example is when I played at the Nyege Paris. I met Coco M, and it was so nice. When this is such a thing about artists in East Africa, we love each other, and Africa in general. You see Coco M expressing herself as well on the media, hey, this is happening to me, and then you see all other artists replying to that.
Yeah,
it's like a connection you get. So when I come to play in Nairobi, in Kenya, I
feel like you're at home.
Yeah, it's
nice,
beautiful.
Nice.
That's why I said there's no lacking.
Yeah,
it's more
I like it.
We're balancing. We're trying to get to know who's good at this. How can I work with this person?
Yeah, I like
nice,
that. Right.
And then you have Avocado DJ.
Yeah.
She's so nice as well.
So unique.
Yeah, actually, we did invite her. One of the room residents.
Okay.
One of the events in
Kampala.
And wow, people were surprised. Wow, she's so cool.
So cool.
DJ.
Yeah.
And they don't. That's the energy. So it's
they don't feel like she's not from their part.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You can feel the touch. It's very smooth and very beautiful.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Lastly, I know we can speak a lot and on, and we'll never get to the end of it. Yeah. Maybe lastly, we talk about your EP. I know I don't know if this was in secret, you told me, or this is or if this is public information. Let's hear of any other projects then.
Yeah. It's secret. Anyway, I'm working on something. It's been like a year now, 2 years, and and it's an EP called Black Fever.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to play this Bent the Babao. And
Nice.
it's like, I'm so excited to play all my songs, those songs of the EP. There are about like 3 songs,
Yeah.
and I'm so happy about it.
Okay.
So I'll be I'm going to premiere most of the songs during Bent the Babao.
Okay. Right.
It's because I love this festival. It's one of
Okay.
the biggest for me
Yeah.
as well.
Right.
Yeah, we just did Nyege Nyege, which is like the best as well.
Yes.
And it's like you should have been there.
Yeah, man. I was there last year. This year,
Yeah.
I'm hoping to be at the Baobab,
Yeah.
which then I think will bring me to the last question, which is for the Kenyans and for like generally your audience, who will be going to the Baobabs or might need a reason to come to Baobabs and listen to you. What can they look forward to from you?
To tell you the truth, it's I'm looking forward first of all, but if you're coming, it's like let's enjoy each other, and I just want to offer you something special, like let's dance together. I feel like I want to dance with everyone, and just playing in my EP, and I'm looking forward for that as well. And I can't tell you, there's so many good DJs on this lineup. You need to really come for Coco M, my favorite.
Yeah.
Authentic Plastic, and yeah, looking forward for that. So let's have a good energy. It's gonna be wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, bro.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for creating time for us here.
Nice.
All right, we are going out, and then I think the last thing we need from you, while we are still there, is you can say this is the I don't know how you're going to introduce yourself, and tell them to keep watching KUTV.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Hello. Yo. This is Thii from Uganda, DJ producer, and thank you so much for watching KUTV. I'm so happy to be here. Keep it locked, and don't forget, just buy your tickets for the Baobabs. You're gonna find me there, a DJ from Uganda, and so many other DJs from Uganda and from Kenya. So I'm looking forward. Keep it locked. KUTV.
All right. Thank you so much. That was an easy one. I'm happy with it. Get your tickets ready, as you've heard there beneath the Baobabs. At the end of the year, cross over in an exciting way. Get to listen to electronic music. Get to know more about the underground scene in Uganda, in Kenya, and how you can join in as well. If you're a DJ, I'm hoping that you've been inspired. There are opportunities for you beyond our borders, even all the way in Europe. Keep it here. Top in Africa. We'll be back again. My name is Richard Okenya. I'm out.